So Rabbeinu Yoina starts off the Shari Tshuva about the Chesed Shebetshuva. Tshuva is not natural. Yerushalmi Makas Dav Zayin writes, Shalu LaChochma, Choyta Mei Yeheyolov, Rashom Tiradofra, Shalu Linevua, Choyta Mei Yeheyolov. Nefesh HaChetat, Hitamut, Shalu LaKodesh Baruch Hu, Yaseh Tshuva V'yikupar Lo. Tshuva is Chesed. And Rabbeinu Yoina says there's double Chesed. When a person wants to do tshuva, Kodesh Baruch Hu helps him beyond his own koiches. Sometimes a person is so deep into Averis, he regrets, but he doesn't really have the power, the conviction, the sincerity to do tshuva shleima. And Kodesh Baruch Hu helps him lamala mederech hateva. Rabbeinu Yoina says this once again in Shari Avodah, Perek Memtet, at greater length. He elaborates far more there. And he says an additional chiddush, which I haven't seen anywhere else. He says, Uvacharto b'chaim is a mitzvah to say. It's not in any sefer mitzvahs. So the mere decision to do tshuva is already important, even though you don't even know where to start. But when you decide you want to do tshuva, you already made a choice. And that choice is important. And that choice in itself is ma'orer racham mishamayim. You were mekayim uvacharto b'chayim. And this is so important. So when we come back to HaKadosh Baruch Hu helps us. You know, Moshe Namado v'doima. A child acted terribly to his parents, and he ran away from home. And his parents miss him. And they cry every night. They can't fall to sleep. When is he going to come back? And then the telephone rings. He's on the other side of the line, and he starts crying, and he says, Father, Mother, Abba, Ima, I want to come back, but I don't have a cent. Could you please send a cab to bring me home? Could you wire an airfare? I'm at the end of the world. I don't have money to buy a ticket. And his parents are so overwhelmed and so happy to hear from him, and knowing that he wants to come home. They'll be happy to send a car. They'll be happy to send a jacket. Just come home. So sometimes we cry out to HaKadosh Baruch Hu out of desperation, and we say, we want to come home, but we don't know how. We don't have the money to do it. We're so far away. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu brings us home. And he does everything he can to get us home. So Rabbeinu Yoina says, that is lemalo mederech hateva. We just need to make that decision. We just need to start, and then HaKadosh Baruch Hu helps. But if you don't do it, Godel avoinoi minesoi. And these days HaKadosh Baruch Hu comes closer to us. We should be able to find him, and you need to take advantage of that. Gedolei Musar wrote an amazing thought. At the end of Masechet Yuma, Yuma Daf Pei Zayin, the Gemara tells a story. Rav Havre Milsa Bahada Hayit Habacha. There was a butcher, obviously a rude and bad person. And he was Pagea Bekvoidoi Shel Rav, the Godel Hador. Comes Erev Yom Kippur, and Rav is worried. What is he worried about himself? Not about himself, but about that individual. He's going to be punished. It's Erev Yom Kippur, and he didn't repent. So Rav decides, I'm going to go over to his shop. And I'm going to apologize. At least we could mend things. And he won't be punished by HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Rav is Moichel al Kavoidai. Takes his cane. He's on the way to go to the butcher shop. In the middle of the way, he finds Rav Huna, one of his greatest Talmidim. And Rav Huna asks, where is Rebbe going? And Rebbe tells him, there was this person, you probably know him, and he was very rude and nasty, and he embarrassed me, but I want to make up because I don't want him to be punished. And Rav Huna laments and sadly says, Ozal Abba leketule gavram. Rav is going to kill a person. This is going to end in tragedy. Rav gets there, and the butcher lifts his eyes and he says, Zil Leslie Mida Bahadach. In English, get lost. You know, I have nothing to do with you. We have nothing to talk about. Just get lost. Toch kedei diver, he's working with his knife, cutting the bones of a cow, and suddenly his knife strikes his forehead, breaking his skull, and he perishes, he dies. How did Rav Huna know that is going to happen? Was it Ruach HaKodesh? I heard from an Alta Lamzhe Talmud that learned in the Lamzhe Yeshiva in Pesach Tikva, and the name of Rabbi Elio Doshnitzer was one of the great mashgichim in the Litvish world. And he said, it's not Ruach HaKodesh. Rav Hina knows Rav, the Gadol Hador, what a holy person. And he also knows that butcher, and he knew that the butcher would not appreciate the fact that the Rav came, and he wouldn't take advantage of this unbelievable opportunity. Instead of him going to Rav to apologize, Rav is Moichel Kavod, and he comes to him. Rav Huna knows that person, and he knows that he won't take advantage, and it'll just make matters worse. And that is what happened. And he was punished on the spot. Kal v'choyme ben benoy shel kal v'choyme. When a Kodesh Baruch Hu comes down to us, Kodesh Baruch Hu is afraid we won't do it. We can do it on our own. Chazal say, in these days, the Kodesh Baruch Hu comes down from the heavens. He comes down to be with us. We should be able to find him. Take advantage. If you ignore Kodesh Baruch Hu, when he comes down for our benefit, that could have very grave results. So these days are a manifestation and expression of HaKadosh Baruch Hu's Ahava, HaKadosh Baruch Hu's love and mercy upon us. But we need to take advantage. Turn back to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. At least decide where you want to go. Decide who you want to be. Decide, Rabbeinu Shalom, we so much want to come back. Help us. Send us airfare. Send us that cab. Bring us home because we can't make it alone. Then HaKadosh Baruch Hu does so. He's waiting for us, and we need to take advantage. We should all be zeicher to come closer to HaKadosh Baruch Hu on these magnificent days of Rachamei Shamayim. We should all be zeicher to aksiva v'chesim etoive b'sifron shel tzadikim gemurim, and we should be zeicher to Hashanas Geula v'Yeshua b'mehero v'yomeinu. Amen.